Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing really well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part you're joining in from. It's nice to have us all around. Um, big ups. Yeah, I hope we're all doing amazingly well. I hope we're doing amazingly well. Right, so let's just stay for 2, 3 minutes while other people join in, and then we'll look at our charts and see what we're expecting with the market. All right, amazing, amazing one. All right, welcome, Mr. Sammy. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, amazing. Okay, we're waiting for just a few other people. And I saw some of your trades on the platform. They're actually going very, very well, Mr. Sammy. Big ups to you. Right, amazing one, amazing. Hey, Big T, how's it going as well? Good afternoon, sir. I hope you're doing amazing well. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Jugsy. Yeah, good day, sir. I hope you're doing well as well. Right, amazing. Okay, so while other people are trying to join in, I just want to wait a little bit so I can share my screen together. Anytime, Mr. Sammy, anytime, anytime. Hey, Sky Money, how's it going? Matt Richie FX, big name. I hope you're doing amazingly well too. Well done. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so obviously today too, by God's grace, we're here to make money, and we also, yeah, Mr. Okwe, I celebrate you. So we're here to make money, but more than just making money, we're also here to disseminate some form of information that can help us become better versions of ourselves, right? So the objective is we're going to check the chart, and we're also going to touch on 1 or 2 things in terms of psychology. Okay, we're going to touch on all of those things. All right. So that's what we'll be doing today. With no further ado, let me just go ahead to share my screen and let you know what I have in stock for us today. Just give me a minute. Let me tell some people that we're currently live, and we push. Okay. So let me go ahead to share my screen now. So I believe you can see my screen now. Just confirm if you can see my screen. Right. Just drop one on the chat box if you can see my screen. All right. If you can see my screen, drop one on the chat box. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So basically, yeah, this is what we want to actually do. Um, Let me show you from what we have on this chart. This is currently gold, and we should be expecting more sales on gold, right? We should be expecting more sales on gold with what we have going on right now. And while we're on the call, we might actually have to scalp some trades. But this is the major look of the market structure. This is the previous high, broke all of these lows, gave us a low here, pushed back again to this current zone, right, giving us a what lower high, and then broke out of this previous low to give us a new what lower low. So what should we be expecting more? We're expecting a move back to the zone, anywhere within the zone, and from here we look for what sales basically. So it's 2 things now. We can actually wait for the market to this is the structure we're expecting more down moves. So we can actually wait for the market to get to this zone and then sell, but most likely that will not be within this time frame for our call, right? So I might just want us to look for what good scalp entry to move us from here to this place. and we manage our trade. Once we are able to manage that trade, then after the call, we can then manage the trade for itself into next week, or rather, even into tomorrow. So this is the immediate bias, and this is the overall bias. All right, that is my bias for the day. And so let's check it out first. Let's check it out. And if I want to scalp, I would want this candle to close LD around the zone. I want it to close very LD, yeah, something like that. So I go to the 5 minute time frame, check it out exactly. So I'm just going to look for a good scalp setup for us. Look for good scalp setup for us. The market is coming towards this zone. So I'm going to look for good scalp setup. All right. So what I'll be waiting for is let this market move very well. Anywhere it wants to get to, retrace a bit from that key zone, then we'll scalp all the way back up. That's what I'll be expecting. So I'm coming back to 5 minute time frame. So just get ready. That's what we'll be looking out for. A movement like this. We want it to push up, do its thing, and then we'll go all the way up. All right, so you can get your account ready. We'll be looking for this type of move very, very soon. So you can get your accounts ready for that purpose. All right, get your account ready for that purpose. And while I have that, let me check some other pair. I'll just check like maybe 2 to 3 pairs, and then I'll ask you guys whichever pair you want me to analyze for you, and then we'll go into what we have for the day. All right, so this is USD card. To an extent, okay, I'm coming. Here's the date where I moved in the for the year. So this is here's the card close to this key zone. I'm looking for a sell as well. I'll look for a sell on here's the card. So I'll wait to see how the market react of this key zone right now. If it's able to break below it well, then we can look for sell. If not, we'll have to wait for extra confirmation. All right. So we have to wait to see what the market wants to do here. We have to be extremely patient. So let's look again. This is USD Look at that, it's pushing out. This is GPP USD. Yeah, GU also on a downtrend, but we still have to wait to see what the market structure is going to look like. Right. Let me analyze that. Okay. I'm seeing US oil. I'll check US oil soon. Okay. So yeah. Actually, alright. So for this, it's looking like if it doesn't break above this zone, then we look for a sell. That's on GPP USD. We look for a sell. So very soon we should get an entry. That's GU. We should give me the same thing for EU. Exactly, same thing for EU too. I don't need to analyze EU. AUD USD should be the same thing as well. AUD USD exactly should be the same thing as well. So it means that gold too should do the same thing. Simple. You feel me? So gold should do the same thing to an extent, but now we have to wait again. That means I should be looking for, from what I just saw now, comparing, the market might just start selling for me. It might not even push all the way up, but let's still see. If I don't get it on gold, I might get it on other currency pairs. So if they're all selling, US oil should do the opposite. All right. So US oil always move in the same direction as USD JPY. Now this is US oil. Give me a minute. I even came here to analyze. And for those who know what these blue lines are, they are called psychological levels. I was just playing around with it, and what exactly are psychological levels? There are also key zones where market gets to and reactions occur. Right? You can see that around this place, market came here, came back here. those key zones, there are also different key zones. So I was just playing around with that information. That being said, let me take out all of this information here, remove this. But just to tell you that the places where market actually respected some time back, and this was the high of the previous day, very close to the close. Now, for this particular move, I will wait for the market to find this bearing back to somewhere around here. This is for US oil, somewhere around 72.7 so far. I'll be waiting for the market to find its way there. 72.7 so far. Right, and then we can then look for more buys. Right, we can look for more buys. But before that, let me see. From here to this place, okay, it has already tested 50% already. But it's better to make it come back inside. Let it gather more liquidity. More like I want you to get in here, gather some liquidity, then push all the way up. So that would be my bias for US oil, right? So if I should be looking for US oil buy on the longer run, I should be looking for gold sell on the longer run. And let me check if there's any news today. Forex Factory. Uh, is there any major news today? This guy is all that matters at this point in time. Donald Trump. Yeah. So this news or this tweet 3 hours ago really influenced the market. Let me just show you guys that it actually influenced the market today, where he spoke about this move, this bearish move. This bearish move was as a result of this tweet by Trump 3 hours ago. Nobody was expecting that. That's why I jokingly say that this is Donald Trump is the new fundamental analysis, right? When that guy speaks, everybody has to listen. Exactly. So this is exactly what I want. This three push up here, then I want you to retrace, and then from that retracement, we'll know if we're going to buy all the way back up or we are going to sell. So let's just see how that moves. Let's see how that moves. Let's see how it pans out. After these three moves, to this zone. I wanted to come back a bit. Remember, for those who are just joining, remember what I said. The structure of the market is a downtrend. So my overall move is towards sales. I'm still looking for sell. But before I want to sell, I need the market to get into a key zone. Like it needs to cover some of these parts so well. For those who remember in some of our classes, I always say that you should get to at least 50%, right? And that 50% will be this box here. So I want the market to do what? Find its way into this place before we start looking for more sales, right? And while we are looking for that, let's just scalp that move while we're on the call. Scalp it from here into that place. Take some profit out, and then we can now wait for the major trend of the market. Right, so that's the buyers looking for more buys. But before that, I needed a confirmation, which is almost this one. I need the candle to break LD, then retest. So at the higher low, I'm looking for what? For more buy. Just like you can see here, this here is our low. Give it to a high. Now I have an higher low, giving us a what? Higher high. So I want a new higher low, and then to skyrocket all the way into somewhere around there. That's the bias. All right. So if I'm looking for this, I should be looking for the opposite on US oil. All right. I'm seeing GU again. Let me go back to GU. GPP USD. Yeah. Almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. So let's see how GU pans out. It's still around that zone. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. We have how many minutes? 20 seconds for this candle to close. Okay. So let's see. This is the high, low, lower high. This is not a lower low. So yeah, we have to wait. Let's see how the candle reacts. Right. This is not a lower low yet. Probably the next one might give us that push all the way down to get a new lower low. But till then, we still have to wait to see what the market is going to give us. All right. And I want to check AUD USD, AUD USD, all right, AUD USD, same thing. And then let's go back to our gold. All right. So I'll still be on the chart, checking it on all of those. I'll still be on the chart. All right. Still be on the chart. So I'll be looking out for this. Going to 5 minute time frame because I want to scalp exactly. Go to 5 minute time frame. So while we're at that, I also prepared something for us, and I've come to realize that some things that really influences how we trade, and there are some emotions we need to pay attention to. Very, very important. There are some emotions we need to pay attention to because these emotions they affect us as forex traders. They influence the way we trade, they influence the way we do our things, and on the long run, they really do affect us. And I want to share some of them with you. I wrote a list of them, and I want now this is I want you to pick what works for you. What are you currently struggling with? There's a solution and there's the source of the problem. All right, so let me bring that up. Let me bring that up. Let me see if I can share that screen with you. All right. Okay. So please confirm if you can see my screen. I'm sharing it now. Confirm if you can see my screen. Drop one on the chat box if you can see my screen. All right. All right. Amazing. Now, I have a list of psychological errors that affect us. The list is almost, I guess I did like 15. Okay, I even did more, 20 exactly. I did 20 of them. Right. And for those who are on the call today, I'm going to send it to you. Just send me a DM. I'll get it sent to you. All right. I was just thinking, doing my research, and I felt like for every forex trader, you have to go through one or two of these errors, and these are some of the things that influence how much we become profitable on the long run. Now, one of those areas, which is number one, I would say, is overtrading. And overtrading can come as a result of boredom. One other thing is what greed. And when you're trying to recover from losses, I believe you guys can relate because I can relate to every single thing here, right? So whenever overtrading is an error, this is more like me being your doctor and prescribing the tablets you need or the drugs you need for the current issue or situation you might be going through. So if overtrading is yours, this is the cause. It's either boredom, you are just bored, you just want to flip something, you don't have a proper plan. I would always tell you guys, the time I lose the most is when I do not have a structured plan. I don't know what I want to make for the day. I just want to flip. That's when I lose the most. Or after you trade and you've made profit and you're so excited, that adrenaline, greed comes in. You want to overtrade again. That is when you lose the most. And what was the cause of that? Overtrading. So how do you address it? Have a maximum number of trades per day. I will always advise 3 trades is a decent amount. If you win 2 out of 3 in a day, you're a better trader than someone who trades 5 times and probably even wins 2 and lose 3. There's power in more. And that more comes when you do less. Like I will always say, there's more in less. So there's power in the power of more is always when you do less. All right. So over trading is there. Over leveraging. This over leveraging. The easiest way to understand it is when you want to stack. You start with a micro lot size. Then you, while the market is moving your direction, you go all the way to like a standard lot size. You want to kill the market. Right? And you'll be so surprised. The market will just go 1 or 2 candles against you, and all your profits turns to loss. It's sad, right? So the desire to make money quickly, or you are being impatient, or you are so unrealistic with your expectation. $100, you want to turn it to $20,000, like you see on all of those social media, right? You want to scalp and all. But the way to address over leveraging is what? To have a determined amount of risks per trade. don't try to risk it up, except you know that you can fund it almost immediately. If not, it will mess with your mental state. Don't try to do what? Risk it all almost immediately. Do you get me? Don't try to risk it all almost immediately. So that's for over leveraging. Next, we have revenge trading. A lot of times when you lose and you already feel like, oh, this money I would have used it to do something else. The next thing is, how can I make that same money back, right? Revenge trading comes from a place of you've made a loss and you are trying to, the anger, right, just comes in and you want to try to make that money back. That's where revenge trading comes in. Take a mandatory break after a loss. I try to say this: if you've been in my class for at least a year now or within 6 months, you must have agreed with me whenever I say this thing, you need to take a break. When you are too happy, take a break. When you are too sad, take a break. When you've been on a good win run, take a break. When you've been on a massive loss run, you should do what? Take a break. A mandatory break is very, very, very important. Now, there's this called fear of missing out, right? We call it FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Whenever you're seeing price move against you, don't any. This is what I tell myself, right? As a compensation, anything that goes up will eventually come down. The question is a matter of patience. Are you willing to be patient enough to wait for the market to come down in your direction? That's the question. If you can be patient, the market will come back to you. For instance, I'm trying to be patient taking us through this material. I'm still expecting market to find its way back to my entry right now. That's me being patient, right? That's me being what? Patient. Now that I spoke about patience, let me go back and check. Uh, let's see if our buy is ready on gold. Let's see. Is the buy ready on gold? Is the buy ready on gold? It's still not ready. We're still waiting. We are still waiting. All right. Just like we rightly said, we expect it to get here, push down a bit, and then we can push all the way up. So exactly what I said, FOMO. Some people might be like, oh, because you want to buy, why not take all of these trades? Yeah, you can do that. But at the end of the day, if there's no confirmation, you might be in massive loss. Anything that goes up will do what? Will find its way back. So I'm going to be patient enough to let this guy come all the way down, and then I can see if I'm willing to take that entry all the way back up. Right. I will be looking for that. So my key zones or key areas I'll be looking out for first will be here. Let me check. First place will be this point here. This is where I'll be looking out for, right? And then secondly, anywhere within the zone, say somewhere around here. So these are my key zones basically, and then lastly this one here. So if I'm going to be getting an entry for a buy, which also this is what I'll be looking out for. Because I'm going to be scalping, my stop loss will be a bit short, and then I'll be this is 1:6. That's if it eventually goes in that direction, right? So let's just see what the market will give us. This is scalp, but and the reason why I'm paying attention to this zone is because this is the lowest, the current low or current higher low, and I'm trying to scalp it. But if I'm going in as a day trader, I will be looking to extend it this way. All right. So this is why I have these movements here. So let's see how the market pans out. I also come to 1 minute time frame, and let's just see how the structure of the market looks like for now. All right. So yeah, that's it. Like I rightly said, anything that goes up will find its way back down. That is what fear of missing out. Don't ever have that feeling of what market leaving you. Nah, it will still find its way back, right? It will always find its way back. So we'll be waiting for that. We'll be waiting for that. I just want to let me check all those other pairs now. Let me check our GPP, USD, and the likes. Let's see. GPP, USD. Sweet. Okay. The guy is about to start selling. I'll wait for GU to close for the sell. For this week rejection, I'll wait for that on GU. And again, I just have to be very flexible because they are all meant to move in the same direction. All right, so I'll wait. AUD USD. It's still looking like it's gonna push up, so we'll wait. US oil should be doing the opposite, exactly, coming back to this zone. Exactly. Right. So if we don't see any entry, we won't force the market. But if we do see, we'll scalp some trades. All right. We'll scalp. BTC has there's been a minute and it's always gonna keep selling. Right. It's gonna keep selling. So for BTC, yeah, market coming back to 42500, and then we might look for a proper sell. We might look for a proper sell at that point. Right. We might look for a proper sell at that point. So let's still go back to, okay, let me check my USD pair and let me see. Do you guys have any other one you want me to check? Okay, still last level for trading. USD card. USD JPY should be pushing up and GU, G card, Euro USD. Okay, so let's fast forward to AUD USD. So I'll just go back to my gold then. I'll go back to my gold. All right, so coming back here, 5 minute time frame. Was it this? I was analyzing. No, this one. Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, so around there. Now see the risks. I have 125, 125 pips. Now the question is, how can I manage this if I want to do my risk to reward? 125. Let me use, okay, then let me use calculator this time around. Let's just go to my FX book position size calculator, right? Can you all see my chart? I don't think you guys can see my chart. All right, let me share that again. Just a moment, guys. Okay, so let me share. This is my position size calculator. If I want to do my calculation, I'm just going to input the information I have from the previous value. I have 125. Okay, account size. Let's say I'm trading. Okay, for this scalp trade, I'll just do like a $200 account. I'll trade on that. What am I willing to risk? Let's say I want to risk $50. Swap with money. I want to risk $50. Stop loss in pips is 125, 125. If I'm not mistaken, 125. Yeah. And trade size, I have to bring this to 0.01. Since I'm trading gold, 0.01. Then I calculate. It's not even giving me a lot size to use. Oh, see my bad. I didn't change this to gold. XAUUSD. XAUUSD. So calculate. Why is it hanging? Let me do that again. Okay. So we go again. This is why I just like the seamless one, using the calculation that I always tell you. I swap with money. I want to risk $50 on this trade. Stop loss is 125, and then 0.01, 0.01. Then calculate. So let's see. Still not giving me anything. Why? Why is that? Still not giving me my desired information. Then I'll just use my calculations. Is there where I can share that here? What I'm willing to, so my other calculation is what I want to risk $50 divided by stop loss 125 divided by constant 10. Is that where I can share my calculator and it will show here? Let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay, calculator. I'm coming with just a minute, guys. It's not coming up. So let me go back to the chart and I'll do the calculation manually for my head and I'll tell you the lot size it's giving me. All right. So I'm just going to do that for my phone here. So my calculation would be, where's my calculator? So the amount I'm willing to risk, which is $50 divided by the stop loss in pips, which is this one you can see here, 125, 125, then divided by constant 10. That's giving me 0.04. So if I'm risking on a $200 account, I should be going in with 0.04. If I want to risk just $50 on it, right? 0.04. That's what I should be looking out for. And so let's say, just a minute, right? Let's to check out GU, our US oil, GU, US oil, AU, ADUSD, ADUSD. Okay, yeah, almost the same thing. So I'm just gonna stick to this. So let's see what the market has to give us. Let's see. 4058. So yeah, we are waiting to see if we can scalp this trade. I'm waiting patiently to see how I can scalp this trade. I'm waiting patiently. It's not looking prime to enter now, so I'm still trying to be as patient as I can be. It's not prime at the moment. I'm trying to be as patient as I can be. So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Mm, I'm waiting. All right. While I'm waiting, let's go back to share what we were talking about. When am I coming back to the chat? Okay, I have 1 minute to go here. So I'll wait again. Let's see how this 1 minute pans out before we go back to our material. Um, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Let me go back to 1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute to go. And this is the work in forex trading. You have to be patient. Very, very patient. Okay, someone said GJ. GJ. Let me see what GJ has. After 35 minutes, 35 seconds rather, I'll check that out. GPP EJ or EJ. 22 seconds to go. 22 seconds to go. Okay, I guess it's good for us to get in for the buy now. Three, two, one. All right. yeah. It's, it's. Still playing around this range. It hasn't broken this resistance zone, and that's what I'm waiting for. It hasn't broken it. While I'm waiting for that, let me go check GG. GG is almost the same thing that we have here. No, no, no. Just a minute, guys. Is there any news coming up? I'm getting an alert that there's a news coming up. Let me check. Today is Wednesday. Oh, FOMC. Oh, really? 7 p.m. So there's a news coming up today, FOMC. So please, even if you don't make any money on this call, if you're unable to take any trade, please make sure you are available by 7 p.m. Make sure you're available FOMC. They don't joke with it. Right? Go and borrow. I won't say you should borrow money, oh, but get good capital and get ready to trade FOMC. All right, get ready to trade FOMC. I just saw that notification pop up. Right, I saw the notification pop up now. So FOMC is coming up very soon by 7 p.m. So this is for GJ. We'll still wait. I'll still wait. I'll still wait. It's looking like a sell, but I'll still wait. Remember what I keep saying. If you want to get in for a sell, the best bet is let the market break out of this zone. This is the best way. Any other thing we are doing, we are scalping, and to an extent, it's almost tantamount to gambling if you are not properly knowing what you're willing to reach. So this is what I'll be waiting for. This is where I will get an entry for a sell if I want to really sell. This is where I will get an entry for a sell. This for GPP card. Oh, I was thinking it's GJ. Okay, so this is GJ. Let me see GJ. But that was GPP card. For GJ, we have to wait for extra confirmation, right? Because currently this is where the market is and it's just reacting off the zone, reacting off the zone, right? Looking like it's buying. And we have our eye here, we have this here, and lastly we have this here. All right. So I'll wait for it to at least come back again. Any entry from here is really not safe. It's really not safe. So I won't really take any major decision. Yeah. Okay. I'm back to my gold. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Still reacting off that zone. So right now, no entry. No entry for now. No entry for now. We'll just keep watching. No entry for now. I'll keep watching and waiting. Right. That being said, let's go back to finish our what we have going on. Let's just go back to finish what we have going on. Okay, someone said, please, what does that mean and what is the impact of FOMC? All right, so let me just share my chart so you can see, or let me share this. This is what I call the FOMC news, right? And it comes out how often? Let's check the detail, right? Um, is always released by the Federal Reserve in America, right? And how often or how frequent is it released? 8 times per year, 3 weeks after the federal funds rate is announced, right? The next release of FOMC is August 19. And how does FOMC really influence the markets? Whenever it's hawkish, right, it means that it's always going to keep buying. Now, how can I? Okay, this is yeah. This Mr. Wash is the one that brings out the new informations as regarding FOMC, right? Is the Federal Reserve Chairman, And there's a statement he always makes. I guess if it's good morning, it means the market is going to be bullish. Good afternoon is going to be bearish, something like that in that regard. So immediately 7 p.m., right, that information will also be released. This is July 8th. Let me show you May 20. I took that with my guys at Vinecrest. May 20, May 20. Let me show you that of May 20. Let me go to 15 minute time frame and show you how that movement. This guy is about to push up, so I will soon be ready to get in for gold by a scalp move. May 20, let's go to May 20 and show you that FOMC move. Is it this far? Yeah, this May 20. Yeah, this one, yeah. This was this was the news. The last one that happened, May 20, pushed all the way. This is just one news, so pushed all the way. This particular one, right? That's how the FOMC works. So it might just give us the same thing again today, right? One key movement and it will just push all the way in our direction, right? So I'm going to be looking for a buy now. Buy now. I'm coming. Is it ready for me? Am I ready for the buy? Nah. Okay. Breakout and then I'll get in. Am I ready for that buy? Just a minute, guys. Getting in for the buy very, very, very soon. Okay. I'll wait for another 2, 3 minute candle for it to push down. Yeah. And then I'll go in for the buy. But at least with all of this I'm saying, yeah, it's telling me the buy should happen anytime soon. And yeah, anytime from now. In the next 2, 3 minutes, I'll wait for the candle to push down a bit and then I'll go in for the buy. Down a bit and I'll go in for the buy. Alright. Yeah, so this is all I need now. It's confirmed that it has broken that zone. So yeah, the buy is going to happen anytime soon. Or the buy is going to happen now. I could say buy now, but anytime from now, the market is going to retrace. So I'll wait for it to retrace a bit. Extra patience again, right? It has pushed up. It's giving me my directional bias. It has broken LD above that zone. Now I want it to just find its way inside just a bit. And then I'm going to risk it, right? As far as my stop loss, I'm just going to risk that, right? I'm just going to risk it. All right, so that's for gold. Now let me see how the other guys are acting up. GU, okay, still there. GU, GG, yes, GG. You can see the level of patience that one goes through before you can place just one single trade. Takes a whole lot. Takes a whole lot. So let me go share my chart. Let me share my chart now. GG. Still trying to navigate my this interface of YouTube. All right, right. So permit me, guys. So this is my GPP. Let me go back to the gold. So like I said, for gold, I've gotten my directional bias, which is the buy. Yeah, with this candle that's pushing up, I've gotten my directional bias, right, for that buy. So I just wanted to just come down a bit and then I go all the way in, right? Come down a bit. and I'll go all the way in. That's what I'll be waiting for. But the second thing is it might not really push all the way down. Any single candlestick retracement I see, from there I'll start getting in for buys. Any retracement that I get now, any bearish candle that comes in, any bearish candle that comes in, right? From there, I'm going to start going all the way up. Any single candle. If this is the candle that pushing, then I'm going to go up. I'm going to buy with it. I'll buy with it. All right. So, that being said, let me check. Do you have any questions? As regarding everything we've said so far, do you have any questions? Any question? Any question? Oh, sorry, I'm just in the chat. I wasn't showing it. Apologies, apologies, guys. It's back now. It's back now. So sorry about that. It's back now. Yeah. So I believe you guys know what we are looking out for, right? I believe you guys know what we're looking out for. For the market to sell, just retrace a bit, give us a new entry, and then we push all the way up. That's what we're waiting for, right? That's what we're waiting for. Okay, that's what we're waiting for. And then if you're on this trade or if you're on this call, immediately we're done with this meeting, just reach out to me to send you that list of psychological errors we all traders always go through. All right, send it to me and I would, or ask me for it and I'll send it to you. I'll send a copy to you. All right, I'll send a copy to you. Okay. Now this guy, calm down. And again, guys, please don't ever feel that FOMO, the FOMO we spoke about, right? Fear of missing out. Don't feel like this trade has left you. Nah, be patient. No matter where it goes to, even if it goes all the way to TP 1 2 3, whichever one, just be patient. It will still find its way back. And then you can go all the way up. So be very patient. All right. Don't ever feel like the market has left you. It hasn't. It's just giving you its directional bias. All right. Don't don't ever feel like, oh, at that point you should just enter. Now wait. Okay. Wait. All right. So we'll be waiting to see what the market is going to give us. Just a retracement inside, and that'll be it. All right. So any question for me? While we're waiting for this, any question for me? Any question from anybody on the charts? What we've said so far? Any question? No question. Okay. So we have to be patient again. Another level of patience. All right. So I'm going to wait. I want to make sure that we take this trade on this live session before we call it a day. All right. But before I go further, please let me know. Drop yes if you understand everything we've said so far. If you understand the teaching, how I broke down the trade setup, if you understand it, drop yes on the chart. And if you do not understand, drop no. If you understand what I said so far, drop yes on the chat. All right, drop yes on the chat. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing a question here. Um, This is from Sammy. Yeah, big man. I believe it's going back. That is gold, right? I believe it's going back for retracement to sell down from where it started buying from. Um, yeah, exactly what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that retracement down and pushing up. But don't forget the bigger scope. What are we expecting? The market should come to somewhere around this region or this region and most likely start selling. What we are trying to do here is what? Just scalp trade. Please pay attention to that. It's just scalp trade, not the major move. All right, just scalp trade. We are expecting to look for what? More sales. If that's what the market is going to give us, more sales. All we just want to do is move from here all the way up as scalp traders, basically. That's just what we want to do. All right. So if it moves and leaves us, then we'll reposition for the major sell. All right. We have to reposition for the major sell. What pair did you calculate the lots of your account of 200? It was gold. Yeah, gold. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to share my calculator here on this platform. I would have shown you, but just pick your calculator, the amount you want to risk divided by the stop loss in pips, then divided by constant 10, and you get it. You get the information almost immediately. Okay, you get it almost immediately. That's from Mr. Yeah, Mr. White, B White. Yeah. Okay. So we are currently at the second key zone. Let's see, is it gonna come down at least back to give us an entry? If not, we let it go. It's not a trade. We let it go. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. What else? Any other question? All right. So at least everybody understand the bias. They on the long run, we are looking for what? More sales. On the long run, we are looking for more sales. And this is just meant to take us back up. Unfortunately, we are not getting any entry to go back up. So we just have to wait. We have to wait it out. Now let's check those other pairs, the GU and the AU that were looking like they were going to sell. Okay, this is AUD card. Um, AUD over here pushing up to. The sell is going to happen very soon. AUD take line. Look at the card. Nothing. Definitely good. All right. Okay, it has gotten here. So let's see how the market is going to move now. Hmm. We have 1 minute to go. 1 minute for this to go. 1 minute for this to go, and then we'll push back up. US oil. Let me go check out the US oil pair. Hmm. The US oil is coming back to our entry. So this is for. Can anybody hear me well? Yeah. This is for the zone where somebody asked this question for US oil. I'm trying to see the person who asked for US oil. But before then, is my voice clear? Can everybody hear me well? Yeah, that's mainstream. Yeah. This is for the US oil pair. Please, is my voice clear? Can you guys hear me very well? Okay, you can hear me very well. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, this is for the US oil. And you, at the end of the day, you just see that forex trading is a game of patience. It was somewhere around here where we started the call, and we're waiting for it to get here. Now, if you're in the mode of scalping, you will just want to scalp from here all the way down, right? But as a day trader, we are going to be attacking this move as a day trader. All right, a trade you can just set and forget, more like right with proper analysis. That is why I'm taking extra and extra and extra time to see what the market is going to give me. No, I just have to be patient. I just have to be patient. I'm not gonna, from the look of things, I'm not gonna get an entry anytime soon. Because it will take another 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. I won't get an entry anytime soon because I need the market to move all the way down before it pushes up. All right. So if unfortunately we are unable to get any entry on this call, just stay active on our platforms. All right. WhatsApp, Telegram, whichever one you're currently on, be active. Once I see the setup, I'll call out the signal. All right. I'll call the signal out for us. And with the few minutes we have for the next 5 minutes, let's just brush up on that. You have, let's just brush up. Let's brush up. Where is that again? Okay, that's another. Okay, so we stopped at FOMO, fear of missing out. Right, fear of missing out was where we stopped at, and the next one, psychological error, the next psychological error is fear of pulling the trigger. Right, fear of pulling the trigger. Now, this is just a case study of not being too confident. A lot of times, maybe you've had multiple losses and it finds its way to affect you emotionally, it finds its way to affect you psychologically. The next thing that's influence in you and the way you trade is you don't know when to enter. Or you probably might know when to enter, but you are scared to enter. And this can happen from, like I said, previous losses, lack of confidence, inconsistent backtesting. And what you need to do going forward is what? Build confidence by backtesting. The more you see how well your trade play out, let me now even tell you a shocking truth. There are times when we take out or we call out signals. We are not 100% certain. We might be 80%, 90% certain. But the most important thing is if you are able to do what? Have a proper risk management to back it up. You're able to manage the trade. All you need to do is just take the risk. I can tell you a lot of time we just are risk takers. We just take a risk, we're able to manage it, and we just want to see the market pan out. That is it. When you are waiting for extra, multiple extra confirmation, you might eventually miss out on the trade, right? That doesn't mean it's not a good thing to be very, very, what's the word I should use now? Consummate. You shouldn't be very consummate at what you do. You should look out for all of the I's and all of the T's and strike them out, right? Take every necessary step you need to take, right, to be able to get a proper analysis done, right? Always try to backtest, always try to journal. You will see on my chart, you will always say previous trade plus the one I win and the ones I lost with all of my tools on them. It's always because whenever I'm tracking back on my chart, I actually see what I've done before, right? So the fear of pulling the trigger, that is the fear of not having that confidence to enter is one thing you also want to look out for, right? And again, greed is one thing that will always be there. Wanting more profits, that's when you now start getting that scalping, right? So always set daily profit. And trust me, if you can follow through with what is yours and you can stick to it, it will really help you out. Lack of patience, yeah, that also is a big problem. Confirmation bias, yeah, you're only looking for the information that support your opinion. Now, this happens a lot of times when you trade what you feel, not what you see. You might be looking for, okay, just like we rightly said now, the market is meant to sell. And if today is of all days, the market wants to just start buying, you start looking for all sales, even when the market is showing you that, oh, it has changed from the sell buyers to the buy buyers. We want to try as much as possible to influence or put our own decision back on the market. And that's where the market will take us out, right? So we need to be extremely flexible with the market. In as much you're looking for a sell and the market switch up in your front, be flexible and go for the buy. Even if you enter for that sell, close out on small loss and then go in forward for the buy. And we have quite a number of them, quite a number of them. So I'm just going to stop here and I'm going to ask a question. So across all of this that I've put out here, across all of these that I've put out here, tell me the one you're currently battling with. Which of the psychological error are you currently battling with? I want to see that in the chat box. For me, once in a while, I still overtrade. Yeah, I still overtrade, right? And sometimes greed comes in. You want to just keep stacking, stacking, stacking. Yeah, most times if you manage it well, yeah, you get your profit. But if you don't, it will affect you. So guys, check out all of this psychological error and tell me which one is the one you're currently battling with. So let me go through all of the psychological errors again. We have over trading, over leveraging, revenge trading, fear of missing out. That's what people call FOMO. Fear of pulling the trigger. You are not confident. We have greed, right? Lack of patience, confirmation bias, loss aversion, like you not accepting losses, moving stop loss. Very, very key. So people just keep moving their stop losses, right? Closing winning trades too early, closing losing trades too early, lack of discipline, analysis paralysis, overconfidence. That one too also happens. A lot of people have this issue overconfidence when you've been trading for so well and you've been winning for so long. Overconfidence might be a thing. Impatience after winning streak, emotional attachment to money, inconsistency, and comparison syndrome. So tell me, guys, which one are you currently battling with? Which of this psychological error are you currently battling with that is currently under one of the ones I listed there? Anybody? For me, like I said, once in a while I still overtrade, and whenever I overtrade, I always have to discipline myself, right? So any other person, anyone here, fear of pulling the trigger, right? Oh, it happened to you on NFP, right? I can totally relate to that, right? Totally relate to that. Any other one, I can say for certain, a lot of people, we are just here, we don't want to say it, but greed is one thing that affects losing or moving your stop loss. That one too is there, all right? That one is equally there, right? Equally there. Amazing. Okay, so that being said, um, if you need this material, please reach out to me. All right, revenge trading, fear of execution. Mm, exactly. So if you need this, just reach out to me. It's something I'm just coming up with. I'm not totally done. I'm still writing, and yeah, it will really come in very, very handy. This is just a script of what I've been writing so far. All right. So once I'm done, I will send it through to you. Someone says 70% of all, sir. That's a lot of. That is a whole lot. All right. So I'm just going to stop this call here. Let's just take a look at our chat once again. If there's no entry, then we'll look for it some other time. Okay. Let's go back to this. And please, FOMC is later. Oof, amazing stuff. This is what I was waiting for. You guys see what I said. Never let fear of missing out get to you. This is exactly what I want. So I'm going to be risking now. I'm going in for a buy on gold. Buy gold now. Risk properly. Buy gold now. Buy gold now. I'm currently in profit now. Who is in profit with me? Anybody in profit with me? Buy gold now. My stop loss is still where it is 4053, 4053 0.64. That's where my stop loss is. All right. Who is in profit? Who is on profit with me right now? Who is on profit with me right now, guys? Like I said, I'm risking $50, just something easy, because I'm waiting for the major move, which I expect it to be a sell. Anybody on profit with me? Nobody? Yeah, I'm the only one eating from this market. Then congrats to me then. All right. So I'm just going to wait for the market to get to this key zone. Once it's able to break out of this place here, where it's currently at, if it's able to break it out successfully, I'll be closing my second take profit will be this point, third one will be this, and then I'll let it be. All right. Okay. So that's just going to be it. And remember once again, our total buyers is what? We are looking for what? A sell. Please take note of that. We are looking for what? A sell. And we need market to get to this zone or this zone, which is our TP for this short buy. Let me just even put it here, right? I am expecting the market to do what? Give me a proper sell. But this stop loss will be as a result of wherever the market stop reacting from, right? Say for instance, it gives me something like this. The buy push up all the way to this place and then start selling, right? Something like this. My stop loss will just be above it, and then I'll be looking for what? A sell. I'll be looking for that sell. So this is my bias, guys, going into today's trade. This is my bias. So for TP on this gold, the first one is 4092. No, this the first one is this key zone here, 4084. Second one is 4092, and the third one is 4105. Those are places where market should get to. Right. Those are places where market should get to. All right. On that note, I will have to call it a day. Thank you guys for taking time out to up on this call. It's nice to know that at least we are making some progress already. Okay. And today was meant to just talk about our psychology. It was meant to tackle all of those psychological errors we have. The best of the best traders still have psychological errors. That's the most important thing, right? Your mentors, everybody are still going through psychological errors. Like I am here and I'm being vulnerable and I tell you that at some point in time I still overtrade. But the question is, whenever you overtrade, what should you do? There should be penalties for it. There should be parameters in check to always make sure that you don't do that again. All right. And that is the most important thing. We keep growing. Nobody's an island of this knowledge or nobody's an island of success. All right. So make sure you keep growing at it. Know what you need to work on and then work on it. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for taking time out. And I will see you in our platform. Cheers, guys.